You didn't lose discipline, you outgrew the game. Welcome to Huddle Up. I'm your host, Duane Gibbs. Alongside me is my partner, Mark Bruce, the Hall of Famer, where we come to you each and every Wednesday and Friday with a quick, mindful thought. And with that being said, let's huddle up.
Say, Joe, how you doing, Mr. Buck?
The Hall of Famer you are.
Yes. How are you
What's
today?
happening?
Hey, good topic today. I like
Yeah.
talking.
So this is what I'll start off with saying, and if staying motivated feels harder lately, um, I want you just to pause before you label it. And what I mean is because of for someone like yourself, a lack of motivation is rarely the real issue. You didn't lose discipline. Um, you didn't suddenly just get soft and get off track. You didn't forget how it works. You just outgrew the game. You just outgrew the game that you're playing. And I think that we have all been there before. It happens. And when it happens, it makes it makes your strongest habits start to feel really heavy, not because that you're wrong, the habits are wrong. It's because they're no longer meaningful to the game that you're playing, and it becomes kind of disruptive.
Yeah, that's such an important distinction. Your habits still work. The structure that you use to get there, that still works. The discipline, that you built your success on, it's still there. What's missing is, the challenge, the demand. I think that's what's missing most of the time. That it's that challenge that once you really had to pay attention, you had to give it your full attention, your full effort. That standard's what forced you to be your best self, to sharpen yourself. And when you've outgrown the game, that's no longer there. Uh, when your growth plateaus, discipline kind of turns more into maintenance instead of pursuit. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
no, yeah, no question. You're right. And what happens is where a lot of capable people start, they start misreading the signal. And, they start thinking, they think, well, I need to push harder, or I've lost my edge. And I don't think that's it at all. I said, I would say this: by pushing harder inside a game you've already mastered doesn't create growth. It will create frustration.
Yes.
And this isn't about effort. It's about relevance. And your effort needs a game worthy of playing. Your effort needs a game worthy of playing.
All people need to grow. Elite performers really need, you don't need more discipline. You need that new target. You need to find a higher standard, a goal that gets you excited so that you're not just uh, being disciplined and going through the motions. That a new standard requires you to use your judgment again, and your presence, and your restraint and your attention. You've you've you're not just going through the motions and doing activity. When you raise your standards, the discipline stops feeling forced, um, and it's because there's a reason that exists again to grow.
Yeah, no question. So here's the question I want you to sit with today. Just something that I want you to think about once you stop listening to this. Is the problem really you, or is the game no longer big enough for who you've become?
Great question.
Is the problem really you, or is the game no longer big enough for who you've become? And I think that's a really mindful question to ask yourself. Because when discipline feels heavy, it's often a sign that you're ready for the next level to just to start leveling up of responsibilities, not more of a grind. Um,
Yep.
but I think you just need to look at that.
Yep. Love to hear your answers, everybody.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, the listener, that tunes in each and every Wednesday and Friday as we come to you with a new mindful thought. Also, join us every Monday as we do a full, complete episode of Huddle for Success. We have special guests. We have guests that have been on there uh, uh, in the past, and we bring back because they're reinventing themselves, and we like for you to hear that. So, with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day and stay huddled up.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Huddle Up, where we come to you every Wednesday and Friday. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube and on social media. If you find this information helpful, share this with someone that you know. We'll see you next time on Huddle Up.